The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "Amen, amen, I say to you, you will weep and mourn, while the world rejoices. You will grieve, but your grief will become joy. When a woman is in labor, she is in anguish because her hour has arrived. But when she has given birth to a child, she no longer remembers the pain because of her joy, that a child had been born into the world. So you also are now in anguish, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy away from you. On that day, you will not question me about anything. Amen, amen, I say to you, whatever you ask the Father in my name, He will give you." The Gospel of the Lord. There was a story of a man who was very jealous of everything, and he didn't want to let anything or anyone feel good about themselves. So one day, this jealous man took a walk near the beach, and he saw a baby coconut tree. He didn't like how green and lively the tree was, so he got a stone and put the stone on top of the baby coconut tree, and he walked away. The baby coconut tree was trying hard to shake its own leaves and body, trying to push the stone away so that it could grow. But because the stone was too heavy, the baby coconut tree couldn't do anything. However, instead of growing higher, which was impossible because of the stone blocking the way, the baby coconut tree grew its roots deep into the ground to get more nutrition and water. So after a few months, with the extra nutrition from its deep roots, the baby coconut tree gathered enough strength to carry up the stone to its top and grew high. So when the jealous man came back, hoping to see the dead baby coconut tree, he instead saw a tall and strong tree, and the stone he put on the tree from the beginning was now stay on top of the tree. And the tree said to the man, "Thanks to the stone you put on me, that motivated me to grow strong today." The gospel message today from Jesus emphasizes somewhat the same lesson for us. Pain and suffering and difficulties in life may make us feel down and disappointed for a moment, but they are all needed for us to grow and to appreciate what we have experienced in life. Even Jesus himself, being the Son of God, yet when he accepted the plan of the Father to become human like us, he also had to go through all kinds of human pains and sufferings, with the ultimate being his death as a criminal on the cross. But Jesus had to go through death in order to reveal himself in glory. Without the pain of the cross, there wouldn't be any glory of the resurrection. However, when we go through all kinds of pain and suffering in life, many times we would feel lost and be tempted to give up. The negative feelings would sometimes overtake our hope and our motivation. But let us remember the moment when Jesus asked the Father in the garden if the Father could take away the upcoming suffering and death from him. That even though Jesus was afraid of it, he asked for the option of being out of it. He eventually submitted himself to the will of the Father rather than of his own. A strong faith and a sincere trust in God would help us to endure and to move on, even though most of the time we are really tempted to give up. As followers of Christ, we are children of the resurrection and the ones who persevere all the hardships and sorrows of this life because we believe in the words of Jesus that our grief would become joy, just as what he had shown us through his own death and resurrection. Giving up is easy. Persevering is hard. May God, who has begun the good work in us, also bring it to fruitful completion. Amen.